morning, geeks and gamers. Welcome to the most watched stream on this channel in this time slot on this day of all time. This is going to be of all time. It will not be. No one will ever compete with the viewership, the super chats, the likes, the comments, and the scanning in. We are joined by the most. Which direction do I take this when I'm talking about?
I don't know.
It could be the most handsome, the most memed, the most. You know what? What? Go ahead.
I said other people should be embarrassed that they even have a morning show.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, can't compete with Daily here. What's up, Drunk 3PO?
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Still away for a little while. Doing good. Got caught up in that little pronoun stuff this morning. I'm sure we're going to talk about that.
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
A little Ahsoka. Finally, I had to wait until I have to wait till the episode airs, and then I'm able to watch it a little bit later. But I didn't get to see Ahsoka late last night.
I mean, hey, I'll give them credit. This is the first time they've had people talking about the show after the show airs. So for obvious reasons, But we got Fear the Beardo in the house. What up?
Yeah. Let's spam those cord emojis in the chat. I know you guys love to see them. I just want to go on record. I know we talked about this last night, and I've been saying it for months, but I just want to reiterate. I have been predicting and saying that Starfield was going to be a woke, broken pile of dog shit on launch, and it was going to take several months for them to even fix the game and for the game to be even playable. I was right. I called it. I know. But yeah, and I didn't watch Ahsoka, but I did see a few spoilers. I saw Anna, that Star Wars girl, said something about Anakin and the future stuff that's going on with Disney Plus. So I guess we'll get into that if there's any truth to it. Jake can probably confirm or deny that. But yeah.
Wait,
man.
Are you telling me Anna spoiled a show or a movie on Twitter? I've never seen her do that. She's never done that before. That's got to be the first time someone wants to hack her account. There's no way Anna would have posted spoilers on Twitter for anything. I've never seen her do that. A lot of sarcasm there. But yeah, so people are talking about Ahsoka. People are still talking about Starfield. I see we're going to talk about a tweet here in a minute. Actman seems to be finally breaking now because the pronoun brigade, I guess, doesn't have his back for the long haul. But
whenever you get a chance, if you share the screen, this was the thing that this post is really flying. I actually quote tweeted, but I deleted it because we really can't find any information. But this one's like it's starting to fly. Even ads and everything are like, hey, if we can find information on this, it is close to their brand. But it says Nexus Mob website update. They've made an official announcement that they will stand against transphobia, bigotry, and their platform has no room for hate. Any mods that promote this will be removed. Basically, this screenshot was saying that a mod made a mod that you could remove pronouns from the game, but we can't find any information if this is true. So it seems like a lot of people might be jumping on this because it's a hot topic. So until this is confirmed, I don't know if this is true or not. Just so you all know that a lot of this stuff is kind of floating around out there.
Yeah,
and it's easy to get caught up in it because it's just everyone.
I mean,
talking about it.
There's Dan in the chat right now. Nostradan. So we'll see. Even if that particular case isn't true, I think we all think that that's eventually going to happen. And Dan,
it's on brand for that.
It wouldn't be totally out of character. Just everything that happened with Spider-Man and Miles Morales. But also, this is the same. Nexus is the most popular PC gaming modding company on the internet. This is also the same company that allows, if there is a video game with a woman in it, you can be damn sure that there is going to be a big, juicy, succulent, naked booby mod for these ladies in the video game. But yet when it comes to woke, when it comes to the left and pronouns, then they put the hammer down. But when it comes to naked chicks, they're all for it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think that this Starfield thing is going to continue to be a huge topic of discussion. And this is like, I can't speak to how overly woke the entire game is. What I can say is what I've seen. We obviously have the pronoun situation. We have the clone, from male to female or whatever the hell that was. literally girl bosses everywhere from what I see. And all the gameplay I've seen, it's just been like prominent women in leadership roles, and it's just like, come on, man, like really. And it's look, I know people are enjoying it, and I'm not here to tell you can't enjoy things. I'm just saying that, like, for me, I was interested in it. What's up, Hijabi Gamer? I see Hijabi Gamer in the house.
Hey.
I was interested in the game when when I saw, because space exploration and all that is always something that's interesting to me. This looked really good from that perspective, from a lot of the screenshots and everything, but I have no desire to play this game now. And even like just some of the NPCs and how they interact, like it looks like they don't look that good. The screenshots made it look a lot better. And the discussion is going to continue. Everybody, like obviously, Az is at the center of all of this. I saw a super chat that just came in. What did it say? What's up, Gremlin? Even Brandon Tatum put out a video about Az. I think you guys should have him on so they can meet. Me and Ryan's been on Brandon Tatum's video. I haven't seen Brandon Tatum's video on it, but that's kind of cool. I have to check that out. I'm assuming Brandon Tatum probably sided with Az in the video. Yeah, I have been on his show before. I've always watched Brandon Tatum. Been watching him for years. And this has kind of hit a nuclear level, man. Let's see.
It's pretty wild.
I've seen some of the screen grabs and the NPCs, like you were saying, Jeremy. Like, this is supposed to be some groundbreaking next-gen style of game that they advertised that Starfield is going to be. And some of these screenshots of these NPCs, it looks like a PS2, PS3 game. Like, there are PS3 games that look better than Starfield. Like, take God of War, for example. God of War 3 looks exponentially better than the crap that we're seeing from Starfield. And this is over 20 years, like nearly 20 years later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, God of War 3 at that point in time, my goodness, man, that game was mind blowing. How good
probably more like 15, probably more like 15 years later. But
Unicycle Peon on Rumble for 20. Starfield is boring because it's all leftist tropes. Women are girl bosses. Straight white men have to be subservient to men. He said that wrong. He put a correction. Black people are geniuses and saints. Older men explain to women, blah. And he says, meant to say straight white men have to be subservient to women. Anyway, still playing, not doing quests, just randomized ground-based bounties. Yeah, I mean, the game is going to sell well. What's going to happen right now, the pronoun brigade, Starfield is going to do very well for sure. It just is. It's going to sell well. They're going to be showing, oh, look, get woke, go broke, huh? And it's like eventually, like this game is going to have a massive bump because of the hype around it. It's a Bethesda game, but how's the long term going to be? Time will tell. I don't know the answer to that. But I know that the Act Man is starting to break a little bit here on Twitter. And I see you, Minko Kenobi. Thank you so much for that big old hundy. I'll get that in just a second. Just a little bit. So right here, Act Man, who has kind of been the most prominent person talking about this in terms of Twitter engagement, and he hasn't stopped. He's doubled and tripled down. He's went back and clipped out Az's Hogwarts Legacy nonsense and trying to intertwine that into this, which I think was a horrifically bad point. But now he says, people are acting like I've changed because of my takes on Starfield discourse. But in reality, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing for years, defending the video game hobby from people who project their own agendas into these games in order to villainize them on false premises.
The same person.
That is cope.
This is what Az was calling out. Holy shit.
Cope.
Holy shit.
Guys, I'm the same.
Oh my God. What I would encourage everybody to do, just go retweet Gary, please. Bethesda, thank you for your service. Let's see how close we can get Gary. Because right now, Actman's getting a shit ton of traction. He's got like 60, 70,000 likes whenever he talks about Az. But he's starting to feel the pressure now. He's starting to feel the pressure. And this is what happens. And my comment right here, where's my comment? Right here. Congratulations on getting all those safe bot likes and retweets from the pronoun weirdos. I'm sure they'll stand with you next time you're unfairly demonetized. Many people that once liked and defended you now see you for who you really are. I stand with heel versus babyface. And that's kind of what it comes down to. You're getting all these likes and retweets. You're getting all this love on Twitter from a bunch of people who don't give a fuck about you and that will stab you in the back the moment they find out what some of your other takes have been. And that's going to be the beautiful thing of it all. And so, yeah, I think it's pretty funny that he's starting to feel some of the heat on it right now. But I don't know how this all...
same.
I'm the same. I never changed. I never changed. So, act ma'am. Yes, act ma'am. It is ma'am from now on. Can we get a meme of act ma'am? I think that would be a good one right there. But yeah, go out there, support Az with your comments, with your likes and retweets. He could certainly use it right now because the mob is still kind of going at him, and it's wild, man. We had him on main event last night, and it was a banger. Linko Kenobi for $100.
Let's go.
Hey guys, what's up? I don't know if you read my $10 super chat, but I'll say it again. I finally got my Spider-Man 2 console, and it took me forever to transfer all of my stuff into the new one, but it's finished, so I'm ready to play Battlefront tonight. Hail the 199.
Hey, congratulations, yes, man.
We did read that one last night, Linko Kenobi, and big congrats for sure. Looking forward to seeing you on Battlefront tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I know Beardo's excited for the Spider-Man 2.
Super excited. I got the digital deluxe pre-order already, just waiting on my PS5. I get to pre-download it like 10 days before the game comes out. That console is beautiful. I know that there was only a select few that got made, so congratulations for getting your hand on one. And yeah, man, congratulations, Linko Kenobi.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. We are going to talk about Ahsoka. I think the only person on the panel seen it is Jay. And we're going to talk about that here in a little while. So I'm interested in your thoughts, Jay. I have not heard from you. I don't know what you think about this one yet. I've seen the reaction, and to the credit of the show, this is probably one of the first episodes people have actually talked about it. Clearly, we know why. There's an obvious reason, I think, but we will get into all of that. Dougie B for
50.
I was late getting here because I was laughing my ass off at Tuesday night's main event with Az. Holy crap, haven't laughed that hard in ages. Thank you for that. G&G's the best. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, main event was great last night. The show overall is just, I think it's leveled up for sure. It feels like we've kind of leveled up on that show, and it's heading in an even better direction. And I'm really happy to see that. And obviously we want to move it to more of like gaming stuff, but we're still going to talk about overall entertainment. No doubt about that. Gunny Slate for 20. I gave it a chance. I stopped, deleted, and automatically requested a refund as soon as the pronoun option came up. So here's some of that Starfield money.
Hey, thank you, Gunny.
Hell yes. Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, people can spend their money however they want. You never have to answer it to me or anybody else. You never have to explain that. I know there are people that will try to demand that you spend your money how they want you to spend it. Spend your money how you want. We need people involved in all aspects of this shit to call it out and hold people accountable, hold companies accountable, all of that. That's just the reality of the situation. We need honest people and not shills involved with this shit. And the more of that that's out there, the better. I mean, yeah, realistically, Az saved me money with the Starfield thing. I was going to buy the game, or I probably would have got it on Game Pass, even though I still prefer to play things on PlayStation 5 over Xbox. But either way, he saved me time and money because of all of this, and that's the importance of it. So we'll see. Jay, do you think this is going to die down? Do you think this is going to continue, this Starfield nonsense? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. It's because the same people that are just saying it's just pronouns, bro. If they didn't really care, they would have just laughed at this and moved on. But because this is such a controversial topic for them, that they're going to keep pushing this as long as there's other people pushing back. So if this tweet that I showed earlier, if that turns out to be true, it'll just spark it. I mean, the flames will just hit even higher. Basically saying, as an apology, yep. Dan Vass was right, all that stuff. So it will keep going until because that's what's going to happen. if that wasn't true, there will be somebody out there that will make a mod to remove it from the game just because of the controversy and see what happens. And if they come out with a statement like that, it's just gonna flame it all up all over again. So, and if I start roboting, let me know. Just making sure.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
The internet
good.
is okay. But yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. This pronoun thing has been around since, like, we really saw it heat up with Gina Carano with all that stuff. So, and now that some countries are actually passing laws that if you misgender somebody, it's like you could face a penalty. That's insanity, man. So it's really like it isn't gonna go anywhere. And Az could be the guy that brings a lot of this stuff to the light of certain people that have never really seen this before. It's always like, how it is. People don't really get involved in this stuff until it confronts you in the face. Like some people were fighting these, like what was happening in our entertainment when that female Ghostbusters came out. But a lot of us, we didn't really get involved until The Last Jedi, So it's like once this stuff starts hitting people like where they're at, and they're like, wow, I never really thought about it that way. You never know what's gonna happen. So, but it seems like everybody's got an opinion on it. So
it is causing
it's more than just pronouns, bro. More than just pronouns.
It is, man. And I'm trying to pull up this clip right here. Is this it right here? Yeah, right here. So this is like, I think we'll start hearing stuff like this because this is what you're going to hear from a lot of these developers. And everybody knows this story right here. But let's pull up a clip from the definition of a soy boy beta cuck male, Neil Druckmann. And we all remember this right here. God. We all remember this one.
We started kind of, moving forward on was called Mankind. And the idea is very similar to what you've seen in The Last of Us, that the cordyceps has jumped from insects to people. And people it infects, it can kind of create monsters or kill them. But the twist, the thing that was different about this idea was that it only infected women. And you found the one girl that it didn't infect, and that was Ellie. And you kind of protected her and tried to like bring her to this lab where they were kind of finding a cure. And there were a lot of things that we were really excited about this idea, but ultimately it failed. And the reason it failed is because it was a misogynistic idea.
Oh my gosh.
Really attracted to and attached to as she grows up. And as a game creator, I look around at kind of what we are making and what are going to be her role models from the stories. And I don't like what I see.
I like what I see.
More specifically, I'm talking about our female characters. And whether we want to admit it or not, these are role models. And yet we sexualize, we objectify, we marginalize, and we reduce these female characters to a lot less than they can be.
Oh my
and this is coming from a guy that almost made a really misogynistic game. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. So once this thing...
Imagine that being you think that's like... You're calling yourself misogynistic? You think that's helping your point? What are you talking about?
We've talked about this exact same clip before, Jeremy. Yeah. This dude, this is a desperate attempt at him saying, hey, look, fellow kids, I was once like you, but I learned. I learned.
I peed all my testosterone out in the toilet, and now look what I've become.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's so sad.
Almost exactly at the same time, this Kickstarter happened about the tropes versus women in video games. And while you might argue with the way it delivers its message or whether every point is exact, you can't argue with just the pattern that you see in the industry. So I was really intrigued by this. The videos for the video games hadn't come out yet, but I watched the rest of Anita's videos, and I realized it's not just a problem in games, it's actually throughout entertainment.
Yeah, so this is the type of mindset that a lot of these fucking weirdos have. And so we as fans are ultra sensitive to seeing this stuff now. So if we see anything, if we see any hint of it, we're going to react to it because we've seen it so much over the years. We've seen it since Jay brought up earlier, but kind of Ghostbusters 2016, kind of the first point that you really saw it. And obviously Last Jedi, we've seen it in video games. We've seen it in comics. We've seen what they've done to all of these characters. And so Fans are 100% justified in being extremely hypersensitive to this because it's a reaction to what we've seen. Go ahead, Jay.
No, the truth is like he said, whether you want to believe it or not, these people are role models and heroes. If that's really true, then they wouldn't destroy the role models and heroes of the past, such as Luke Skywalker, Indiana Jones, and others, and change their identity and change who they are, change their characteristics and change all that. If they really believe that, this is strictly a mind-numbing agenda thing that they want to put out. And just change the way we think and look at stuff. It's very bizarre. So,
and to expand on exactly what Jay just said about his statement about those women being role models, one of them was Katana, and then the other one was I believe it was Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. Like, yes, they should be role models. They should be role models to young women because they're fit. They're actually in shape. They're not insufferable. Like what's the role model supposed to be? Some fat lesbian? Some insufferable fatty? Like, even us we make fun of like fat dudes. Like, don't be fat. Like Ripa always says, be athletic, don't be fat. Me and Jay are on high tea, we're always talking about be the best man that you can be. When they're trying to preach to these women, what is the exact role model that they are trying to create and make? An insufferable, ugly, man-hating woman? Like, that's not a role model. These beautiful, thin, athletic women should be the role model for the youth, because that's just... It's just the way it is. That's the way it should be, and that's the way it was, and they're trying to change that, like Jay said.
Yep, 100%. And we will continue to watch the destruction fall around us as we continue to get more people to, see. This whole as thing has opened up so many people to our corner of the internet that didn't know about us, and they're like, oh man, I like what these guys are saying. I didn't know there were people out there that because do you think Az lost any fucking subscribers over this?
No.
He's gained thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. Thousands. And he's going to continue to gain. He's gained thousands of Twitter followers. He's going to continue to gain. No one's going to not support him that was already supporting him. All he's going to do is find more people that are going to support him. And yeah, the pronoun weirdos, they will go away. They will find something else to be fake offended over. Yeah. That will happen. That's how it always goes with these freaks. And this will be no different than that. Dom H for 50. Great show last night, guys. Loved to see Az on Tuesday night's main event. And Ryan was on fire last night about the leftist losers. Thank you, Dom H. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about Ahsoka as well. Let's get Beardo run through a few of these soups. And then, here we go. Jay, can you get Ripa's ghost mic on FNT? Hashtag justice for Pooh.
I'll try on.
How to do that. Boxandu for a $10 says, hey guys, I work with a non-binary person, and she is very understanding with how confusing the pronoun game is. Also, you can put women in their place in Starfield throughout persuasion.
You can what? You can put them in their place?
Apparently, he says, also, you can put women in their place in Starfield through persuasion.
Okay.
Interesting. I used to work with, when I worked at a movie theater right out of high school, I worked with a person who looked like a dude, had a beard like a dude, a haircut like a dude, but tried to convince everyone, hey guys, I'm a girl, and went by a fake name. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to put your foot in the ground and look, not be a delusional nutcase and say, hey, you know what? This isn't right. And, you sometimes, it might not be the nicest thing to do, but I can tell you what I did, and I just refused. I didn't call them by their made-up name. I didn't call them by their previous name. I just called them dude or you. Because sometimes you just got to refuse the nonsense. At least that's what I would do.
My first job was at a movie theater, and I got fired in 3 weeks.
I got fired shortly. I worked there for about 3 years, but I also did get fired there.
Fall asleep on the job, Jay?
I let all my friends in for free all the time, and I got caught.
I'm okay with that. Continuing on.
Sorry. I forgot I was reading Super Chats right there for a second. Weird Man Productions for $10. As for days. Thank you, Weird Man Productions. Eklid Barrett for $10. It's just pronouns, bro. It's just a race swap, bro. It's just a trans show for kids, bro.
It's just a mask, bro. 2 weeks to slow the curve, bro.
Yep.
Not a big deal, bro. I don't know what to, why can't you just comply? Why can't you just bend the knee and do exactly what everyone else wants you to do?
That's your job, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Taco Bout It for $2. All-star panel today.
I mean,
thank you.
I mean, we did bring. I mean, we got high tea Thursday on Wednesday. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Dark Winter for a $5. So did Filoni copy Babylon 5 where John Sheridan talked to Lorraine on, holy shit, Zahamdum in between
Babylon
life
5.
and death? Huh?
I didn't watch Babylon 5, so I don't know how to pronounce
no.
it. Yeah, I mean, again, I didn't watch it. I guess we're gonna get into the Ahsoka stuff. We'll get Jay's take on some of it. And Jay, you have your live stream tonight, right?
Yes.
Stream? Okay. Yeah. So we will get into that a little bit because I've heard some stuff. We'll ask Jay about it. Continue on.
Andy plays games for $5. Hey Jay, I'm sorry about what I said about your grandma last night. I feel bad.
Oh, don't worry about it, man.
Do you even remember?
I don't take it personal. Yeah, something like my grandma's vibrator.
Okay.
Like that. Bro, I don't take it personal, man. You're all good.
Hayden for $5 says hashtag.
I don't get upset when people say, Jay, do you eat corn the long way? I don't get upset at that. You can say it all you want. We're all having fun here. We're all bros. I don't lose my mind. I don't cry when the live stream goes off when someone says stuff like that. I don't get upset.
Yeah, neither do I.
I laugh at it. I'm gonna go eat corn right after this live stream.
Nice.
Jay never laughs. Jay never ever laughs.
You know what, Jay? I support that decision. Hayden for $5. Hashtag Beardo was right. Hashtag Starfield. Thank you, Hayden. KCW for 199. Homesick today. Glad y'all are here to entertain.
We are glad you are here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Chris B for $2. AM called out for hypocrisy. You hate to see it.
Act man.
Yep. Tobias Nexus for $5. Of course it's broken. It's Bethesda. Modders will fix it and make it indefinitely better as usual. I'm just waiting for the inevitable body mods. Hell yeah.
Hey, that's why I play Nintendo, baby.
Yep. I mean,
Super Mario Wonder ain't going to be broken.
If it's Bethesda, you can almost count on it being broken for the first couple of months.
I will say this game doesn't seem to be as broken as a lot of their other games for reports. It's more so the wokeness that people are bothered by.
There are some wonky glitches.
I just want to play Sea of Thieves.
How am I still want to play that game. I own it. I bought it when it first came out.
Just try it once with us, man. You will love it.
You have to watch One Piece live action.
I'm starting today.
Dude, it's so fucking
I'm starting
good.
Today, man.
I finished episode 5 after the gaming stream. It's so good, man. I love this series so much. So I'll probably go back. I'm probably going to watch the anime now. Get further into the anime.
I hear once you watch this, you might. So that'll be fun.
One Piece is fantastic.
Japanese Demon Lord for a $5. Beardo needs to change his name to the Prophet Beardonamus.
Hey. Okay with that.
I'll consider it. The Hijabi Gamer for $5. I watch after work, just a quick super chat, drop and go, but Az's rant was perfect. Thank you from a gamer.
I know Hijabi Gamer enjoyed that rant because she's got her own legendary rants she's had.
Hell yeah. Cole Hauser for $2. Yo, Jeremy J and Beardo 199. Yo, Joe, love you, ads.
Here we go.
Thank you, Cole Hauser. A Marcellus for $5. To Beardo's point, there are still a lot of great-looking PS3 games. I'm not crazy about Final Fantasy 13, but my God, that game is still so beautiful.
Let's see. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm seeing what Vault Survivor say. He says, sent some rants last night, but Tuesday's main event had been over for 30 minutes, but Rumble still showed it was live. Oh, so when you were sending them, I'm sorry. Okay, reread your super chat, Beardo, because I need to talk about PS3.
All right. A. Marcellus for $5. To Beardo's point, there are still a lot of great-looking PS3 games. I'm not crazy about Final Fantasy 13, but my God, that game is still so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually, I want to know what God of War 3 looks like, the original PS3 release, not the remastered. Because obviously, when I played God of War 3 for the first time, to me, that was the most beautiful game I'd ever seen at that point in time. And I wonder how it holds up on the original PS3. I'd like to play it again just to kind of see.
Yep. Japanese Demon Lord again with another 5. Watch the video Pippa versus Blizzard. She gives the best explanation of Western video game companies' motivations. It's great.
Nice. Look at Alec Baldwin's finger dropping a 20. I bought a PS5 to play Battlefront with you guys. Hell yes.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations.
Hey, it's happening tonight. It's happening tonight. So that's hell yeah, man. I'm happy to hear that. And yeah, so we will be playing Battlefront tonight, PS5. It doesn't have the biggest player base, but it makes it a lot easier for people to join us. And we typically play Supremacy, play the Empire, because man, you play prequels. I mean, I love playing the prequels, man, but like it's just those matches can take hours sometime, you know? And of course some Ewok hunt and some blast. So it's gonna be fun tonight. I can't wait.
And if you don't have a PS5, if you have a PS4, you can still get in the same lobbies as us. They're all the same servers.
There you go.
Matthew Rise for $5. Act Ma'am lost a sub today. Can't wait for Battlefront 2 tonight. Beardo, did you get 19 inches of venom? I've seen that going around. Have you seen that? And somebody tweeted about 19 inches of venom.
19 inches of venom. Here, let me see if I can find the tweet, because I did respond to it. And yeah, it's that tweet. I saw people were like quote tweeting that.
Yeah,
and I was
people are making fun of it and roasting.
Here it is right here. Here it is. Here it is. Right here. PlayStation UK. Treat yourself to 19 inches of venom. And more. And the quote tweets. Dude, that's mine. Impressive. Very nice. Now let's see the comments. I'm not going to scroll these comments, but let's just say there's some interesting comments on that tweet right there.
Dylan just tweeted again about, oh my gosh.
Who tweeted?
Logan Paul's girlfriend.
Oh, Dylan Dennis.
No. Can I pull the tweet up?
No.
I can't? Oh, crap. Okay.
Maybe you just look at it first.
All right, let's see.
He's destroying Logan Paul.
Dude, it's every day, multiple times a day.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the one with the window?
Yeah.
The one with the window.
Oh, no.
You can show that, I think.
Where's he getting this stuff from?
I'm not going to show it just because.
Okay.
But I will show I will show this one, though, because this is funny as hell. Right here. Raise your hands if you bang.
I know. Holy crap.
The video, the thing he uploaded is her in her underwear, and she's in a hotel room, like a few stories up, and a bunch of guys are outside, like in the street.
Yeah. And she shows her ass off to all of them.
Yeah, she just bends over and shows her ass to all of them. It's an actual video, man. Like this is
all of them are real. Every single thing he posts isn't doctored.
A couple of them have been.
Well, like you can tell that if it's a meme, but a lot of them are legit.
Yeah, like if you just scroll through his timeline, bro,
That's all it is.
Brutal. I mean, it is brutal. I don't think I've ever seen a man destroyed as much as Logan Paul is getting destroyed right now. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad.
He's usually the one on the offensive, you know.
I know,
brother, and it's like. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him on the defense line. He has no defense. That's the problem.
I don't know how he.
This is one of my favorite ones. This is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's over. Logan Paul is done.
I know.
Wait, everyone's waiting for the he broke off the engagement.
I don't know how he doesn't at this point. Coalee for $5.
Love. Not Nina Infinity, everyone. Like,
no,
we're not starting that rumor.
No, it's Logan Paul's fiance.
Yeah, Nina Agdal or Abdul.
Whatever.
Yeah. Coalee for $5. I liked Act Ma'am. He was calling out BS in the gaming industry, and I respected that. It was a shock when I saw his tweet. What another disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Tobias Nexus for $5. The only mods I want for Starfield is the one that lets me make an Anthrofox and an Ardwig from Star Fox. Also, enjoying AC6, but fuck Bethesda so hard.
Hell yes. Big time. Stephen Wasick, 420. Starfield is a symptom of a much larger issue. It's why I'm spending AAA money on GameCube, PS2, and 360 older Xbox One games. Most of them are ports of games with only one or two newer games. It's so sad and frustrating. It is, man, because if you go back, like classic gaming is so good. It's so good, and there's no BS involved in it. You know, it just feels so good to play old school classic games, and sad reality. Josh Kelsey for the 20. Thank you, Josh Kelsey. Marvel Mind Trick. Thank you with the $9.99. It says nothing. All right, let's talk about Ahsoka really quick. Jay, Drunk 3PO, our resident Star Wars expert, the most knowledgeable Star Wars fan on the entire internet, is here to tell us. So here's my perception of it, because I haven't watched
Spoilers.
Spoiler warning. I have not watched Ahsoka. I will not be watching Ahsoka. But this is the first episode from a standpoint of me not watching it. I've actually seen people reacting to it. Again, spoiler warning. You've been warned. It's Anakin. Anakin returns. I think at the end of the episode, right, Jay?
You can share my screen. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It's kind of weird how he returns. Ahsoka gets defeated in a lightsaber battle and falls off a cliff. And then she wakes up in the
world in between
worlds. And Anakin just goes, "Hey, Snips," and that's the end of the episode. So
this it.
This is the end of the episode right here. You just see his face, and then that's kind of.
So is that the chat's asking, is it really Hayden or is it AI? Is it
it looks de-aged, and you could his voice sounds like the older Hayden Christensen. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this does nothing for me as a person that loves the Clone Wars, and especially loved season 5 and the ending of season 5 of the Clone Wars. I thought it was some of the best stuff I've ever seen Star Wars wise. I loved it. I thought it was impactful. I thought it mattered. I thought it did a lot for Anakin's character. Obviously, it did a lot for Ahsoka's character. None of this matters to me, man. I don't care. I even loved Rebels, the World in Between Worlds stuff. I thought that was all awesome too. But none of this matters. Disney has gone out of their way to tell me as a fan that your love for Star Wars doesn't matter. You're toxic and racist if you don't like our new stuff that we're actively abandoning George's creation to move towards. And so all this stuff doesn't matter to me. I've said, in terms of a Mandalorian with Rosario Dawson, I thought she was good as Ahsoka. I thought she was a really good Ahsoka. I had no problem with that. I didn't see her in Mandalorian season 3 because I didn't watch season 3. What was the overall episode like, Jay?
It's probably the best episode of the series so far because it wasn't as slow as the others, but there was a lot of stupidity, in it as always. But if you were to rank them all, this was probably the better one because it had a lot of action, I guess. But the funniest thing was this character right here. Again, spoiler warning, because 4 or 5 days ago, I got word that this character was nothing but fart gas, right? So everyone was saying that this is Marok, that he was going to be Star Killer, that he was going to be evil Ezra. Some people here's all the predictions. He's going to be Mace Windu. He fights Ahsoka. He turns on the spinny blade, the helicopter blade, and she just cuts his stomach. And he releases a giant fart and just disappears into the wind. And I was like, yeah, up in smoke. So he was a nobody. So
are you? Is this hashtag Jay was right?
Well, I thought I was I had the early knowledge on this, but when I was talking to Ryan, he goes, "Well, it technically was on Reddit for a while, but no one believed that they would make this character into gas." So when I told him, I was like, "It was somebody told us." So maybe they just read it on Reddit and sent it to me. So, but I will take pride in saying that I made a prediction that it was fart gas, and and that was it. So this character was a nothing burger. And then Sabine, it was another sword fight between a Jedi and a non or a Force user and a non-Force user, which was kind of dumb because it could have just it was like Finn hanging with Kylo kind of moment where it's like there's no way Finn could fight Kylo Ren in a lightsaber. Like, well, they're not supposed to, but
yeah.
So that was kind of like it just started that way. So Ahsoka's ship was needed repairs, and they're on this planet and they're trying to get this map, and the bad guys send like robot droids after them, and they fight, and they're trying to destroy this map so the bad Sith people can't go find Thrawn, and bring him back, because if Thrawn returns, he's gonna be a worse than Palpatine. He's gonna bring a worser war, and he's gonna be worse than what they had before.
There's so much
So that's what they're pushing. They're like, I'm like, man, he's not gonna be worse. All you gotta do is call Luke and be like, hey, you defeated Palpatine and Vader. Like, you want to give us a hand here with Thrawn? He's not a Force person. He's not a Sith or anything.
They could have done so much with this story if they wouldn't have ruined it with the sequel trilogy and their disrespect to the fan base. And as I said yesterday, so I'll pull this up. You can keep talking about it, Jay, really quick.
Well, it's not. It's like there's nothing to defend. It's just if you look at it through the Disney Star Wars lens, it is what it is. It's just kind of like, yeah, it is what it just was. A lot of lightsabers this time, so which is something that people, I guess, have been hungry for. But then the Anakin thing at the end where he calls her Snips, I guess that's what freaked everybody out. So I don't know how she got there. I don't know what Anakin's doing there, but
right here is what I was going to pull up right here. So you have Ahsoka. This is the Rotten Tomatoes Ahsoka right here. Okay, this is its third week, I think, third week of release. Okay, 2,500 audience reviews, 2,500 for the top tier Star Wars show on Disney Plus. This is their flagship moment right here. One Piece released less than a week ago, already has 10,000 ratings. 10,000 compared to 2,500. That shows you the level of interest that Star Wars has right now. And again, this is just a sample. I'm not saying that this is definitive proof or anything like that, but that just shows you the interest level that's there. And on top of that, One Piece has over 10,000 reviews, and it's at a 96%. Ahsoka has 2,500, and it's at a 73% right now.
You know what's even crazier is that Ahsoka has a better audience score than Revenge of the Sith on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell how a lot of that plays out for the older stuff. You know what I mean? It wasn't as prominent back then. Prequels did get a lot of hate back in the day. There was just a lot of negativity towards the prequels in general, even though I love Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith, probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
The other thing is, like, it's still all girl power. Like General what do you say? What do you call her name? Harena or whatever. The Hera? Green lady. Yeah. Hera. Sorry. She has orders not to like interfere, and she's just like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm stealing a ship, and all you X-Wings are coming with me. And as she goes to try to find and help Ahsoka, like some of the X-Wing pilots get blowed up, so like they died in her defiance. So, but yeah. So it has a lot of girl boss in it. The Sabine lightsaber fight was just, when you're like a Sith, you could have easily just force choked her and just killed her and moved on, but they made it into some kind of, ooh, she's got enough skill with the lightsaber to take on someone with a, that has force powers. Well, it didn't really make any sense. So
I know you didn't watch Rebels, so I'm curious for people in the chat. Like, I thought
I didn't see Rebels, so I'm kind of like,
Hera was a decent cat. I liked Hera in Rebels. How does she translate to live action for people in the chat that have seen Rebels and have seen Ahsoka? Is she kind of got that same vibe, or is she different in? Does she feel different in the live action Ahsoka? Because I'd be curious how that played out. Because I thought Hera was. I'm not saying she's my favorite character, but I liked Hera. She was
definitely a lot thicker in live action than she is in the cartoon. Apparently, so that's what everyone keeps saying.
Totally different. Totally different. A lot of people are saying she's different. She's deadpan. She's terrible. Wow. Okay. There you go. Ordinary Average Jeff says Hera was good in Rebels. She's awful in live action. Wow. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus right there. Wow, a lot of hate. A lot of hate for the live action.
Someone said, Jay, I didn't watch Rebels. Also, Jay, this doesn't make any sense. Well, hey, they got to understand, if they want their fan base back, they've got to make a show for people that didn't watch the cartoons. So I'm sorry. So I guess I'm that person. That's why I'm doing a panel tonight with two people that love the show Rebels. And, they're able to like help guide through this whole thing. The problem is, it's like if you're making shows for people and you want people to watch, they have no idea what's going on. They're not going to stick around and finish the show.
Well, the thing about it is there's nothing wrong with making a show for fans of a smaller section of the fan base, like Clone Wars, Rebels, all that. Nothing wrong with that. You made Ahsoka a show that is designed specifically. And chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong because I'm speaking from a place I have not seen Ahsoka, but I'm taking all of the taking into account everything I've heard. You made Ahsoka a show that is a direct kind of follow-up from the end of Rebels. And people that are watching Ahsoka, they can get the most out of Ahsoka if they watched Rebels and Clone Wars. But you are trying to make this your flagship show. You're trying to make this a show that's supposed to hit the wide general audience, to bring Star Wars back. That's stupid. That makes no sense. You can't, there's nothing wrong with making a small contained story for a small contained section of the fan base, and that fan base is the ones who will get it and appreciate it. But you have ruined Star Wars so much that you don't have a flagship property or character or anything. So now you're relying on Ahsoka, a show based off of a show that had a very small fan base, to be this wide-ranging show, and people are not going to, the general audience isn't going to know what's going on. So it makes no sense. It's like Andor. Andor, again, I watched the first 3 episodes. I thought it was fine. People really loved Andor, generally speaking, but nobody watched it. Nobody watched it because no one's watching Star Wars. Now, in a perfect world, when Star Wars is operating on all cylinders, sequel trilogy was done right. You honored the original trilogy. You gave proper closure to that. You built upon that and earned the sequel trilogy characters, earned the fan base, and you kind of grew that world. And then you had these small contained stories like Andor that people can appreciate for what they are. But these things are having to have right. But these things are having the pressure of being like, we have to win over the entire general audience. Well, that's not what they were designed for. Ahsoka was never going to be that. Never going to be that.
Bringing the Geekdoms podcast in the chat is mad at me. Says, you're wrong, dude. Ahsoka works without seeing Rebels. The only people that tell me that are people that have seen Rebels. People that have not seen Rebels don't. It's only people that have watched Rebels. They're like, oh, it works. But if you've already seen Rebel, how do you know my perspective? So it's like, I appreciate your opinion and your passion in the chat. But for me, I'm halfway confused at like, what the heck is going on? I have no idea what the world between worlds is. So if you've never watched Rebels, you don't know that there's time travel in Star Wars, which I think is stupid. That's the one place you try. Stupid. You got to kind of keep it. Is it a multiverse? Is she able to go back in time and stop Anakin from turning into Vader? Is she able to go forward in time and like help out Rey build the new Jedi? What is that? You understand? Like, but hey, Jay, if you watch Rebels, you would know exactly what it is. So I'm just like, well, I didn't. So here we are. That's all I'm saying.
There we go.
So it's like I'm totally confused. And why the heck are they looking for an ancient map? Like, that story's been done. We've got Rise of Palpatine. That was the whole thing. Let's find a dagger so we can find a wayfinder, so we can find a map. And the Death Star that was dead, that blew up for 30 years, is still in the same position. If we model the dagger, we could get there. You know, it's like it's all that stuff is very confusing. Who the freak is Ezra? Why do I even care that people care about this person Ezra? And why is Thrawn? Because he's definitely not the EU Thrawn that I know and love. How is he worse than Palpatine? So yeah, it works perfectly for us people that haven't seen Rebels. So yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Give me back my son.
Give him back.
That's all I'm saying. It's
I
like
know.
it's frustrating for me because I'm not trying to like bash it to bash it. I'm giving an honest opinion. I know where Star Wars is. I know its place now. It's not the Star Wars that I've loved, and but just trying to look at it objectively, and it's just like people that just get so in my live show tonight at 7 on the Drunk 3PO channel, the people come in hot and angry that I don't know what's going on. And it's just a constant, like, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You shouldn't be doing the show. Why are so many people here? I mean, it is a nonstop hate fest.
I'd probably one of those. I'd probably one of those people if I was just a fan. Like, why the fuck didn't this dumbass watch Rebels if he's going to review Ahsoka?
Well, it's true. That's why I brought other people on that have watched Rebels so they can.
That's a good perspective, though. That's a good perspective, though, for that show. You know, you have both sides of the coin. You got somebody who's watching Ahsoka who didn't watch Rebels, and then you have people who are watching Ahsoka who did watch Rebels. You get good contrast there.
All right, let me adjust bringing in Geekdom because I said his name. He says, all good, Jay. It's called patience. All right, I'll give you that. Again, I'm not mad at anybody's comment. You can say whatever you want about me, but I was just trying to tell you like where I'm coming from with this show. But you can't judge that aspect till it's over. All right, I agree with you on that. So, but again, that is why I brought two people in that are Rebel experts. So when I say something stupid, they'll go, no, listen. That's how it was supposed to be. That's like the freaking, all right, just for an example. They brought in freaking whales, all right? Whales that have, these whales are the reason why there's hyperspace,
yeah.
Okay? So it's so wherever the whales went, that's apparently the track. When you punch it into hyperspace, you follow a whale track. What the freak is that? When was that a thing? How was that even possible?
That was in the animated series.
Okay, so if you didn't watch Rebels,
in Rebels or Clone Wars,
I think that was Rebels, right? It was Rebels.
Yeah, that's so fucking gay. Rebels is Disney, right? Rebels is Disney, right?
Yes.
So here's the thing about this Ahsoka show with all these Rebel characters. You think like Disney is so obsessed, like look at Andor and everything like that, or Andor, however it's fucking pronounced.
That's worse than me.
But who cares? Like that's the thing. Who cares about Andor? Who gives a fuck? He died like a little fucking bitch. We already know what his story is. He died like a fucking bitch on a beach in a spin-off movie, and then we're supposed to care about his fucking show? That's 12 episodes, by the way. 12 episodes. We're supposed to give a fuck about Andor. The thing is, Obi-Wan, who is the definitive Jedi in all of Star Wars, the Jedi in all of Star Wars, can only get 6 fucking episodes in his own show. He's sidelined in his own show by Reva. Are you fucking kidding me? But Ahsoka's gonna get 8 episodes. Andor's gonna get 12 episodes. And the thing is, if Disney didn't create Rebels, you'd think they would give a fuck about using Ahsoka? They didn't create Ahsoka, so why the fuck would they do it? It's because they made Rebels, and Rebels is a Disney product. They have their own characters in it, and just Ahsoka happened to be the most popular character in that show. So they're actually gonna use her because Disney can do something with her now. Disney doesn't give a fuck about the legacy characters. It's just,
give me back my Andor.
No, fuck him.
I'm just saying, when I saw the whales,
such a good rant, but I couldn't stop thinking about Andor.
People were like,
who cares what his name is? He died like a bitch.
There's whales in space. I don't understand. Like, Luke never talked about it. Neither did Han. Why is there whales in space? Like, why are they flying?
Yeah, everybody hated the space whales in Rebels too. They hated it. They hated it.
Okay.
So it was it was very hated. It was very memed and made fun of for sure. Andor. I was thinking,
who cares what his name is? Disney thinks they struck gold with their Hispanic Han Solo. No! He's not Han Solo. He's not your Hispanic Han Solo. He died like a fucking bitch.
Died in the arms of a woman.
Gay.
But Jeremy is, on a serious point, Jeremy is 100% correct. If Star Wars was in a very healthy place and they were putting out movies that was right on point with Star Wars, and the Disney Plus series were just compliments to those movies, like what I think Andor was. It was a compliment to people that really liked Rogue One. So if you were a Rogue One fan, then that show is for you, right? And so it's the same thing. Like if that's what I thought Disney Plus was going to be for Star Wars. The Mandalorian was just a spin-off show. It was a Western. They didn't have, it wasn't supposed to have a big budget, and it was just supposed to be a simple story while they focus all their head writing and everything on the movies. Because remember, they announced that they were going to launch a new movie every year, right? And like all that stuff was like, Obi-Wan was supposed to be a movie. Boba Fett was supposed to be a movie, all that stuff. So if it was done correctly and done well, I could see them doing little spin-offs that were specifically just for Disney Plus. So, but that's not, but Jeremy's right when they say Andor is going to save Star Wars, so you got to watch it. But it's like, why? I don't care about these characters. Ahsoka is the best thing that we've ever had in Star Wars and the Disney. They've said that about every freaking show. Every show that's come out, everyone has said this is the best thing ever. And then all they do is show a glimpse of like Anakin or Obi-Wan standing together, and everyone's like, I'm dead inside. I'm crying. I watched it over and over. It's like, give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I mean, they're not sending their best. They're just not.
Ahsoka would have been like, if this was titled Rebels, what Rebels season 5 or season 6,
this would have been Rebels season 5. Yeah.
Then that would have worked for Rebel fans. Like that's fine. Like yeah, and it goes on Disney Plus while they're making movies and stuff. So it's like, but yeah, if this is supposed to be their flagship, it's not working the way they thought it would be.
Certainly is not. Disco Cobra 420. How should I troll this scammer who just called me today? My dad won a prize. First, he said Publishers Clearinghouse. Then he switched it up and said Mega Millions. LOL. He thinks I bought it. I need some good troll material. I see. My whole thing is sometimes. See Doug
B?
What do you say?
Oh, no, keep with that first super chat because
I'll get it. So Disco Cobra. My recommendation is this. Here's what I like to do with sometimes this is just some of my mentality is I'll act interested and it depends on what I have going on. So it's like if I'm driving, I'll answer and I'll just keep them on the phone and just ask them a bunch of questions and just like waste their time. And then finally, whenever they start kind of just keep asking more personal questions, like to get information. I was like, hey, just so you know, I literally had no interest in anything you're doing. I just wanted to waste your fucking time. That way you couldn't call more people and scam them. So now I've literally wasted your time. And now you can't scam other people in the last 30 minutes or some shit like that. If you only have a few minutes though, my recommendation is to tell them to go fuck themselves. Just quick and direct on that one. But it just depends on what you have. But I like wasting their time. Scammers are literally the second worst human beings on the planet. Second. Mall kiosk guy is the worst. Mall kiosk guy is the worst person. And it's not even close. Mall kiosk guy, you make eye contact, your day is over. It's the worst thing ever. Isn't there like a meme for this?
I don't know. When you get a knock on your door from Jehovah's Witness, that's pretty bad too.
Yeah, let's see. There's like a meme or something. Let me see. Yeah, right here, right here it is, right here. Tell me, this is so accurate, right here. I gotta blow the meme up, but we all know this right here. We all know this feeling right here. God damn it! The meme is it's a little old. It's an old meme, but it checks out. That terrible moment when you make eye contact with the person working at the mall kiosk, like it's over. They're like, shit, he saw me, guys. Keep walking. But yeah, the mall kiosk guy, the worst. Scammers might be a little worse. I don't know.
They're the reason why Amazon is so popular. Mall kiosk guys. They are the reason why Amazon is in the billions, because we don't want to go there and look at those people.
Yeah.
Like we want what they're selling. There's some of the stuff they're selling is cool, but I don't want to talk to them.
Here's Dougie B. Hey, Beardo, mind if I share your rant? Might bring you some heat, though.
Go for it.
Oh, man. If they share your rant, it's going to be me laughing at Andor the whole time. I ruined your rant, but I could not stop laughing. I couldn't stop it.
I think it made it better.
Maybe it did. Maybe it did. All right, read some more soups. Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Fan Chu Vu for a $5. I don't like the non-binary stuff, but it's quite insincere when no one talks about Baldur's Gate 3 when it's more woke and did the same and more than Starfield. I've been talking shit on Baldur's Gate 3 for a long time as well, too.
Yeah, he has.
The Argonauth for $5. I guess Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman was a figment of my imagination back in the 90s.
Yeah, Dr. Quinn
Medicine.
Medicine
Very popular show.
That was a very popular show.
My mom loved that show.
Look at this.
I wasn't alive.
Everyone be quiet. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman is on.
Yep. That Matlock. Here we go. Look, when you defeat all the mall kiosk workers, this is the final boss.
Oh.
That's pretty
The worst ones
funny.
were like, hey, let me clean your shoe. Your shoes are dirty, man. Let me clean your shoe. I was like,
But he only cleans one shoe because he wants you to pay for the second shoe. So now you're just walking around the mall with one nice looking shoe.
Oh, man.
Scorn for $5. Nobody. Act ma'am. Stop complaining about pronouns. Me. Why are you such a punt? I can't put in the C. Thank you, Scorned. Taco Bout It for $2. It's Zahan Doom. My bad.
Zahan Doom.
Unweary Anubis for a $5. How do we get to the point that not as glitched is an accomplishment? So sad.
It's true.
It's true. A feline named JJ for $2. Beardo. I'll try to be nicer. Don't be a queerdo. Thank you. Austin Mayhem for $2. One Piece is so good. Love getting people into it.
I'm really excited for Jay to watch it. I'm really excited.
Japanese Demon Lord for $5. Oh, a shout out to Trump for taking. Okay, this is poorly worded. Oh, a shout out to Trump for taking the quote "Make America Great Again" from Metal Gear's Senator Armstrong. Gamer Trump.
Gamer Trump, baby.
Yep. KCW for a $1.99. Beardo eats 19 inches of venom the long way. Thank you, KCW. Steiner Math for $2. 19 inches of venom on the next episode of Blacked.
Hey, Yellow Flash, shout out to Yellow Flash. Here we go. Yellow Flash just informed us that President Trump also agrees.
Here it is. If you want to go out and get it, you can go out and get it. Have fun with it. But people do like it, I must say.
Man, I have not done my Miles Morales tweet yet. I gotta wait for a slow news day, I guess.
People do like it. People do like it.
I love it. That's so great.
It might be the best. Blake Barrett for $2. 199 inches of Cobra venom.
There we go.
Corey Blumberg for $5. Netflix Big George Foreman is the best boxing biopic I have seen in a long time. Sports fans should give it a watch.
I want to watch that, and I need to watch the Florida Gators one.
Yeah, is it Tim Tebow or is it just about the Gators?
No, it's about the whole. It's about the whole Gators team with Urban Meyer and that whole crew. That
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I want to watch
twins.
that one.
A. Marcellus for $5. I'm a Babylon 5 fan. Zaha Doom is pronounced Zaha Doom. Thank you. Hercules for a $1.99. Off to work now. Starting stream from the beginning. Hope you enjoy it, man. Matthew Rives for $5. I think Bethesda needs 19 inches of venom as a punishment for this woke Starfield.
Oh my gosh, I have a quick announcement.
Okay.
This is breaking. Ahsoka.
Okay.
They're gonna test the waters here. Next Tuesday, experience episode 5 of Ahsoka on the big screen. Click below to RSVP for available screenings near you. Wow.
There we go.
They're gonna test the waters with this.
I don't think it's gonna do that well.
Mid-season fan celebration. Boy, they are.
I do not think it's gonna do that well.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It makes no sense.
It'd be better if they started pronouncing Andor as Ondor. They
You
might
know
get
what?
some more
Like,
views.
it's not like Stranger Things did that with season, was it 4, 5, whatever it was, the most recent season. So it's 4, I think, because it was really good. You know what I mean? People loved it. So it's not like
Put it in
when
the
people
theater?
love something. So yeah, that is. It's not like they had to do something like
They
that.
also did Rings of Power too, didn't they? Put Rings of Power in the theater.
I believe so. I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah. So what? A 30-minute episode says Night Stealer. Yeah, like that's so
That
weird.
is kind of weird, isn't it?
That is very weird. Why would you spend time to get out of your house, get ready, go to a theater, go through the motions, probably have to buy food and drink for a 30 fucking minute episode? That makes no sense.
Especially if you're already paying for Disney Plus and you can just stay home and watch it on your subscription.
That's such I don't know. Maybe there's context we're missing. I'm not sure. That's weird though.
Just sounds like Disney's out of touch again.
Yep.
A. Marcellus for $5. Episode 4 proved that Balin is the best character they have. A Luke show with Balin as his antagonist would have drawn in more people.
100%. Isn't he? Is he in every episode before he passed away?
Jay?
I don't know if he's in every episode, but
okay,
he's the best part of the series right now.
Chat will know.
Mute Gamer
actually,
for $5.
Nikki's in the chat says there's no screening in our area. No, Disney Springs has a screening.
Interesting.
Gotta go to Disney Springs. I'm trying to see if it's costing anything. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, Beardo.
No, you're good.
No, you're good. Mute Gamer for $5. Look up Thousand Sun Space Marines. They stole the idea from Warhammer 40K, which is ironic because 40K steals everything else from everyone. Thank you, Mute Gamer. Zenny Biscuit for $2. Officer Tatum on FNT.
I'd have to see if X-Ray Girls reached out, but I'd be interested in that.
Mo Zamboni for $5. Fear the Queerdo. Give me back your son. Thanks to Melanie Mack for coining the term queerdo last night on Tuesday Night's Main Event. I must have missed that part. Disco Cobra for $2.
She wasn't talking about you. She was talking about Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter people.
Follow up. I told him he was full of shit, and then I hung up. Disco Cobra talking about the scammer.
Yeah. I have the greatest clip of Jeremy with a spam call.
I don't even know where that came from.
It's
It
years
was a
old.
live
but
stream.
I play it every now and then. It's great.
It's from a live stream.
Ronan the Crusader for a $1.99. Damn, Beardo, tell us how you really feel. Hell, the $1.99. Graph Web for $2. Ondor, hashtag cancel Disney Plus.
Ondor, baby.
The Wolf Frame Heart for a $1.99. And Boar, shit Clown Wars. YM Rand for a $5. Take this, Beardo. You made my mom laugh for saying Ondor died on a beach like a little bitch. Never changed, gentlemen. He did. He died like a fucking bitch. ABC, yeah, for a $1.99.
Mom's laughing.
ABC, yeah, for a $1.99. They're running out of bait that'll save Star Wars.
Yep. Nikki said, just got 2 passes. Jay by accident. Was just trying to see if it cost money. What's up, Nikki?
Nikki. Taker for $2. Star Wars Ondor. Thank you, Taker. Bridging the Geeksoms podcast for a $5. So what is the problem with Star Wars? I think they have finally hit the right mark with Ahsoka. The previous shows not named Mando have been rough.
I mean, my problem is just it's the sum of all the parts, and I don't have faith in them to actually do justice to Star Wars. I feel like the people involved with the creative process don't care about Star Wars. I feel like they're social justice activists, and even if you have small pieces that are good, it's still under a cloud of social justice propaganda. So I just don't care. I don't care.
Brian M for a $1.99 says, I can't super chat what I'd really like to say, so fuck you. All right. Thank you, Brian M.
That's all.
Matthew Rise for $2. Ahsoka lost money.
Yes.
Gary's Beard Crabs for $5. You know the people going to see Ahsoka in theaters aren't going to shower first. Happy birthday, Jay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Josh Kelsey dropped to
There's
$20 and says nothing.
A lot wrong with Star Wars right now.
Jay Nels for $10. After a little over 30 hours now, I can already tell that this isn't gonna be like Skyrim is for me. After 10 years, I still randomly fire up Skyrim. I don't see me doing that with Starfield.
Yep.
Revenge of the Sixth for a $14 says Disney sucks 80% of the time, but rage bait grifting is weak. Watch Rebels. It's loved. It's canon. It's annoying as fuck to watch lazy people complain like old ladies about Ahsoka who won't watch the animation.
Oh,
yeesh.
I would say Rebels isn't loved, but it's liked. Clone Wars is loved. I'd say Rebels is liked as someone that loves Clone Wars.
Is that an attack on me?
Yeah, of course, as normal.
Yes, it was.
But Rebels, I would argue, is liked a lot. But you got a response, Jay?
I think I said it pretty well. I didn't want to watch the cartoon.
Hey, be disrespectful to
why should I? They do that. But see, this is the problem. They do the same thing all the time. Like when they opened Galaxy's Edge, people had no idea where this was, what this planet was. And they literally had cast members saying, if you want to know more about Galaxy's Edge, read this book. Buy this book so you can explore more and understand. When I go to a theme park, I don't want to read a book. I want to have fun. So, it's crazy.
That's like your college professor saying the only way you're going to pass this class is if you buy this book, and the book is theirs that they published, and when you buy it, they're getting all the royalties. And the only way you pass the class is if you buy their book. Fuck that.
He said, fuck that.
Not Joe. Tomac for $20. I have been working on Wild Arms. Glad that was made way before this woke era. It would be weird if Western RPG was woke, and my Western, I mean the Wild West.
Here's what I will say. So I'm looking it up now. Okay. So you got even people that, again, so even the people that enjoyed hang on, let me do the whole screen.
That super chat is very common in my live stream tonight on the Drunk 3PO channel at 7. People are like, why? I can't stand you, Jay. Like, yeah, I thought you were you're trying to make me love a show, and you're mad that I chose not to watch the animation. Like, are you serious, bro? Like that's how it's supposed to be. Do your homework, Jay. You're supposed to watch all the cartoons and make sure you read these comic books while you're at it. And make sure you go listen to this podcast and you'll know more. Then you'll enjoy the show. Nah, screw that, man. That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
I would
coming at me, calling me an old woman complaining. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch my freaking show.
Don't watch it.
Don't like it. Don't watch it. Don't like it. Don't watch it.
Go to somebody else's show that'll be like, it's the greatest Star Wars ever. You're going to love it. Hey, Anakin. Yeah, Anakin said snips. Oh, everybody loves it. Be my guest, man. Be my guest. But you're not going to berate my opinion because I didn't watch your beloved Rebels. So, sorry.
Well, I still disagree completely that reading a comic and watching a TV show for research are two different things. That's like going into season 5 of Breaking Bad and going, what the hell's going on? But you didn't well, did you watch the first 4? Well, no. So you can't say that that's the same thing as reading a comic. Like, it's literally season 5 of Rebels is what we're watching. That's essentially what we're doing. We're watching season 5.
Oh, so you're saying I'm wrong for not watching the cartoon?
I'm saying you're wrong to say that reading a comic to get context versus watching a show to get context on a show. Those are two different things.
I would also say that
that's not what I was saying, Jeremy.
No, yes, you did. You said, oh, you didn't watch the cartoon, you didn't read the comic, you didn't listen to a podcast to get context, and I'm like, the podcast and the comic are the same. Not the show.
That's
exactly
what I said was that's what people are coming at me when I'm doing a live stream talking about the Ahsoka series. That's what people are saying.
Well, I think it's fair criticism.
And I have no problem with people that enjoy it and they want to that's usually what happens. You put out a show or a movie, people love it. they want to dive deeper into the characters and all that stuff. I think that's awesome, and that's what escapism is all about. That's what escapism is all about. So it's like we are reviewing the Ahsoka series. It's not called Rebels Season 5. Dave Filoni came out himself and said, you don't have to watch Rebels to enjoy this series.
Yeah, well,
all right. It's like, okay.
Well, that's
I'm with Jay. I would say it'd be different is if Disney came out the bat and said Ahsoka is taking off from Rebels. This is essentially Rebels Season 5. If it was marketed that way, I think it'd be a different story, but it wasn't.
What I'm saying is it's fair criticism. I'm not saying that it's, that you had to. I'm saying it's a justified criticism, but people are going to come in there and go, if you don't understand what's going on, there's a reason you don't understand what's going on. Now, you may not like what's going on, and that's a whole different ball game. But to say not, so I just think it's fair criticism.
I get it. I get that.
A lot of Jay is right in the chat.
What I'm saying is, if you promote a show, and the guy that even creates the show says, "Don't worry about watching the cartoon, you'll be fine," and I didn't watch the cartoon, and I'm confused. I don't know why I'm getting blowback for that. So that's all I'm saying.
Because it's the fucking internet, Jay. Of course you're gonna get blowback.
That's a cop out because you.
No,
just
it's
lost
not. There is not a single thing. Hold on. There's not a single.
I'm gonna use that one for. I'm going to save that one for next time.
Welcome to the internet, Jay.
Exactly. Welcome to the fucking internet. Is there any opinion you've ever given that you haven't gotten any criticism for on the internet? Anything?
Welcome to the
internet. I don't think I've gotten one. I don't think I've gotten one bit of criticism.
That's like me going, I shit on Batman v Superman every day, and then people, why are people criticizing me for it? Of course they are. I get criticized for everything.
Look at the chat.
Welcome
Take the
internet.
L, Jeremy. Another bad Jeremy.
Jay is right 100%.
Okay, what happened to Jeremy's chat always agrees with him narrative whenever Beardo...
The internet.
No, that's my point. That's my point. My chat doesn't always agree with me, but whenever my chat agrees with me, you go, well, of course they're agreeing with you, Jeremy. They're your chat. I'm like, that's not how my chat works. My chat
Never
has their
said
own
that
opinions.
in my life.
Beardo has. Beardo has all the.
I've only said it. I've only said it because we've both been streaming at the same time. We have both run this. Hold on, Jeremy. The reason why I said that is because we've both been streaming at the same exact time. We run the same exact poll, but my poll goes in my favor. Your poll goes in your favor.
Yeah, and my poll's a lot bigger than yours, just like it is in real life.
Welcome to the internet, Beardo.
I didn't understand that reference.
Now, listen, I want to go back to my point here, is that even the people that did watch Clone Wars and Rebels don't like Ahsoka on the same level. That's the whole point that I was trying to make. That's why I pulled all this up. So even the people that watch these shows, if you look at these shows, Clone Wars overall, this is an overall series review, 91%. Rebels overall series review, 84%. Even the people that did like the series aren't liking it at the level that they were liking those other series. So that is the point I'm trying to make, is that even for the people that did watch it and had the full context, even they have problems with it too. Now, I haven't seen Ahsoka, but what I am hearing from a lot of people is that Ahsoka is not even doing Ahsoka justice, the character Ahsoka. A lot of people are saying that it doesn't even feel like the same version of Ahsoka that was in The Mandalorian season 2. I didn't see her in season 3. So that's the point that I was kind of leading to. I think it's fair criticism, but while I think it's fair criticism, even the people that watched both of them have problems with the series too. So if I'm going to say that's fair criticism to criticize Jay for that, or anybody for not watching it, and I think it is, then let's also acknowledge that the people that did watch it aren't liking it either. That's all. That's my overall point.
It'd be different.
I say it again. That's why when I do my Ahsoka reaction, I have other people on the panel that are huge Rebel fans, so they can balance out my stupidity on whales in space.
It's not stupidity.
That's all it is.
It's not stupidity. It's ignorance. It's
Whatever
not you're stupid. It's just you're just not brushed up on it. But I think it'd be different if Disney would have said, "Hey, you might want to watch Rebels before you watch Ahsoka."
I would have changed everything too.
I think it would have.
I don't think that they need to tell a Star Wars fan you should watch Star Wars show before you watch Star Wars show.
In the current climate of Star Wars, I do. In the current climate where people are checked out,
I don't, because you're not talking like anybody that's ever wanted to watch Star Wars Rebels would have watched it already, and if you haven't, then you're not going to up to this point anyway. Like you just
maybe they're just not into the animation style. Maybe they're not into they're like you know what?
Maybe I mean, but I mean, this kind of goes back to my whole point that this is not about Ahsoka. Never needed to be other than what it was. They have tried to turn it into something that it shouldn't have been. Ahsoka was always going to be fine being a small niche thing, but they have decided that they're going to put the entire weight of the universe on the shoulders of this show when it never was supposed to be that. Ahsoka was never supposed to be the central figure of Star Wars. She was never supposed to be the savior of Star Wars. She was never supposed to be this, but that is the expectations that they have put on her because they've ruined everything else.
And because she's a woman, so they're going to use her.
Well, yeah, that too.
Since day one of my YouTube channel, which is not a Star Wars channel, but it just kind of people think it is. I have never, ever. I've always said I'm coming at this as a normie perspective, not someone that's digging into the books and all that stuff. If you want to see my expert, go watch my History of Pirates channel. But anytime like I review these things, that's how I always come at it. That's what makes me different from everybody else. If you want to hear in-depth lore, you missed 10 Easter eggs and stuff like that, then that's just not who I am. So it is what it is. Like that's just how it is. So there's that. I never claimed to be any expert or anything like that. Ryan is a much more knowledgeable person. He has read the books and watched the shows 10 times over. He's got a photographic memory when it comes to this stuff. So he can break down that stuff like nobody else. So I like to come at it. Ever. What?
Jay's the most knowledgeable Star Wars fan I've ever
met. I'm not. I admit that a million times over. It's just like I really loved it. And even when I do my movie reviews, I come out as someone that people that watch and understand my channel, they come out and they're just like, Jay's is the perspective of someone that doesn't know all the detailed, deep stuff that goes into these things. So.
Well,
which a lot of people are like that. I hate to say,
Revenge of the Sixth, you just got about $100 worth out of that $14 super chat.
Hey, it's usually.
Hey, welcome to the internet.
199 was recreated off of a non-super chat.
Yeah.
Welcome to the internet, Jay. Guess what? People are going to criticize you on the internet. I know it's shocking. It's shocking. It never happens.
I never said they wouldn't.
You're like, people are giving me crap. And like, yeah, that's what happens.
Not what I said,
it's fair criticism. It's fair criticism.
I understand where Jay was coming from.
Huh?
I understand where Jay was coming from with all this.
I think it's fair criticism.
I never said it wasn't fair. Oh, my gosh.
When did you kind of did though? You're like coming in my chat, calling me an old lady. And
we were just saying that Ahsoka was not marked. You tried to give the excuse to Ahsoka, Jeremy, that this is Rebel season 5. Would you watch Breaking Bad season 5 and say I don't understand it? No, you would want to watch the first 4. But the thing is, Disney did not say Ahsoka is Rebel season 5. They never mentioned that in the slightest. But once people started watching Ahsoka, it was only when people started watching Ahsoka, people grasped that, this is Rebel Season 5.
We're not talking about a normie. We're talking about Jay who fucking follows Star Wars. So Jay, by default, should know.
He's a busy guy. He didn't watch Rebels. He was writing a book.
That's my point. Is it fair criticism for them to assume that a guy who is predominantly has a Star Wars channel would know that this is a follow-up from a Star Wars series, and if you didn't do the research, it's fair criticism.
I don't think anybody knew that beforehand, though. Before the show came out, nobody figured it was going to be a Rebel season 5.
Every fucking body knew that this is going to be that follows.
I don't know about that.
Jeremy,
you called it Andor.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't care what his fucking name is.
My point is,
he died like a bitch.
Saying that you're an old woman is not valid criticism.
Bro, if that's the worst thing you've heard on the internet, please.
Bro, that's not what I said is the worst thing. See, you're making crap
I'm standing up for fans criticizing you. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Call me a fucking old
lady.
Ever.
Call me an old lady. That's fine.
I didn't care if they called me an old lady. You said that is a valid criticism.
It's a valid criticism to be upset that you didn't watch Rebels, but you're criticizing Ahsoka. It's a valid criticism.
That is not even how the argument started.
That's a valid criticism. You would expect a guy that follows Star Wars, that has a panel for a Star Wars show, to know what happened in the previous series
a million times over.
And that's all I'm saying is it's valid. Valid doesn't mean right. It just means it's valid. I'm not saying I agree, I'm just saying I understand where the people are coming from that would expect you to know the source material if you're criticizing the show. Like for me, I watched Clone Wars a lot. I watched Rebels a lot. And I'm not watching Ahsoka because fuck Disney Star Wars. So if people are watching Ahsoka and they're criticizing it, I would think, okay, well, they probably know all the backstory, and they don't. Well, that's a valid criticism. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Valid criticism. Hurry up, Beardo, go.
Let's run the poll. Carrick for 4 months. I have one request from Beardo. Can you say, I am a corn of action? I don't know what that's referring to.
Just put
I'm a corn of action. Thank you, Carrick.
I appreciate that Beardo leaned into the corn emoji finally today when he opened the show.
I've been yesterday on my stream, on my personal stream. I said, to start off the stream, can we just drop some corn emojis?
It's about
I don't give a fuck. Vault 95 Survivor for $2 over on either Rumble or Odyssey. Did anyone catch that Tim Pool simply referred to as some bald British guy?
That's what I heard.
No.
I haven't heard it, but apparently Tim Pool talked about the Az thing and just referred to him as a bald British guy. Speaking now, so I guess we can just refer to Tim Pool as that bald guy that never reads super chats, since that's what Tim. For Tim to be so fucking sensitive for being fucking bald, for him to just default call as a bald British guy, and it's like, really, bro? Like,
Tim, you're a bald American guy.
You're a bald guy who never reads super chats, and that's what we're gonna call you now from now on, if that's okay. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with calling somebody bald, but it's like, it's interesting coming from that guy.
He's got fucked up teeth.
Yeah, god damn.
He
Beardo.
He's ugly. Fix those, chompers. Fix them. You're a fucking millionaire, Tim Pool. Get some veneers. Keenan Endu for 4 months. What do you guys think of the Hound versus the Mountain fight on Game of Thrones?
I mean, it was a great fight. I don't think about Game of Thrones as much as I wish I did, because the first 5-6 seasons of Game of Thrones were probably the best fucking shows on TV, and they just ruined it so bad. So I don't look back like Battle of the Bastards. I don't like. There's so many great moments from that show that I don't look back fondly on because of how bad they ruined it. You know what I mean?
Vault 95 Survivor for another 2 says, did any of you catch how... Oh, no, I just read that one. Sorry. Vault 95 Survivor for a 1 says, sent some rants last night, but Tuesday night's main event had been over 30 minutes. Had been over for 30 minutes, but Rumble still showed it was live. Oh, well, here's one from last night. Van Dass subscribed to Nerdrotic. Wish Dan could have seen it. E. Stevens, a member for 1 month. Just wanted to say G&G Chat is the best on YouTube, and thank you for whoever gifted me a month subscription.
Hell yeah.
It's true. They're the best. Unicycle Peon for $5. Logan Paul is crazy if he thinks that he is going to be her guy number 158 or whatever it is. And that there won't be a guy 159 and an expensive divorce for him. Yeesh! He deserves whatever happens at this point.
He's one of the most unlikable people I've ever seen.
On purpose, though.
It is on purpose, and it's so weird because, I mean, you know this, Jay. Like, I mean, we've talked about this. The dude is phenomenal in WWE. I almost said F, but Eve. I still want to call it F, but it's WWE. Yeah. He is phenomenal. I truly think he could be an all-time great wrestling talent if he focused in on it for the next 10 years or whatever. I haven't heard him on the mic yet, actually. I don't think. But in ring ability, he's phenomenal. He's a talented guy. He's just so damn unlikable, man. But again, you're right. It is a lot of it is by, like, he tries to do it.
He wants to be the villain.
Yeah, he wants to be the villain.
He's not good at it, though. Like, what? Conor McGregor was good at being the villain.
I would disagree. Logan's good at
he's very good at being the
villain. Logan, he's not the villain. Brother. He's not the villain he thinks he is. Like the villain, people like the villain. Like Conor McGregor and Chael Sonnen, they were the villain, and people rooted for them. People do not root for Logan Paul and Jake Paul
because that's exactly what he wants. He doesn't want to be.
They do want to. They're not doing it the way that they think that they are. Like Conor was the villain, but people loved Conor.
Logan Paul has like 100 million followers on social media. Clearly, people like him. He's one of the most successful social media personalities in the world.
As far as boxing and UFC,
his Prime energy drink is a mega success. I mean, he has his fan base. He's got a lot of fans. I hate his guts.
Yeah, but all of his fans are 12-year-olds.
Hey, man.
Rabbit D. Morgan for 2 months. Hail, can you play the video of Jay tripping poo that made me cry laughing last night on Tuesday Night's Main Event?
Let me find.
Watch it on the replay.
Go ahead, Beardo. I got to look for it.
Ronan for $5. When the Metroid movie is made, do you believe Nintendo will scrutinize every decision to flesh out Samus as a character? It will be hard since the big reveal is the hero is a girl. I think everybody knows Samus is a girl.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing with these movies are going to be complicated as they start getting into deeper stories, and like Mario was great for what it was. It was a very light, very kind of generic play on Mario. And I mean, as I said, I said this with the Mario movie, where I said, like, I didn't think people that, like, if you were 100% normie going into it, I don't know how you're not going to appreciate a lot of what was going on with that. I was wrong about that. Just like I was wrong about Oppenheimer. I said the same thing about Oppenheimer. Normies weren't going to enjoy it. But you got to get more in detail with like Zelda and Metroid for stories. Here we go right here.
Hey, Tigger! God dang it. What's up, Pooh? Oh my God, he fell. No!
No! That no gets me. No!
Why do people say the J tripping? I didn't trip the freaking Pooh Bear.
No!
No! Oh no, he fell! No!
Oh no!
Contemporary
I
for $2. I
legit thought he was just gonna get up and like hop around. I didn't think it was gonna be a big whatever.
It does look like you tripped.
Welcome to the internet, Jay.
I know you didn't, but it looks like you did.
I
know. Contemporary for $2. Welcome to Copecast 199.
What am I coping over? I'm not even watching.
That's probably for me.
Show.
I don't know, Jay. That was for Jeremy, I think.
Copecast for 199 for me. What am I coping over? I'm not watching this piece of shit show. I don't give a fuck about Disney Star Wars. I'm the only person not watching, and I'll get called a Dave Filoni shield. I'm like, I'm the only one not watching.
I haven't watched Rebels or Ahsoka, so fuck Andor.
Andor.
Jay Tapia for 4 months. Hail the 199. Awesome Tuesday Night's Main Event last night. I think we need an Az and Beardo gaming stream soon. I would, but he doesn't know who I am.
That was fun.
Cesare Grin became a member. Thank you, Cesare. Incoherent turd for a 1 month. Fun fact, if someone says misogynistic or marginalize unironically, you don't have to ever take anything they say seriously ever again.
Agreed, 100%.
Fake Thai dude for 3 months. Shame Ryan's not here today. Got a new anime recommendation for y'all. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Jigo Kuraku. Hell's Paradise. It's pretty dope. 199 Thailand scanning in.
There we go.
Correct. I'm whatever. I hope I pronounced that right. Hurin the Steadfast for 5 months. I was looking forward to Starfield. Not anymore. Fugly characters, borked facial animations, bugs, empty worlds, wide as the ocean, deep as a puddle. Lulu Blue became a member for 23 months. Beardo, glad you survived the hot sauce. Yes, I did survive the hot sauce the other day. MCU fan for 2 months. Bigots.
Bigots everywhere.
Thank you, MCU fan. Sophie for 6 months. Hail! Did you watch TGE vid I sent? I want to do more bounding post I want to do more. Bounding posted that Oda put his foot down for no romance, which thank God, because there is only family.
It's only family. That's all you got is family.
Crime Sweepers became a member. Thank you, Crime Sweepers. Jimmy Collins for 4 months. Beardo say, it doesn't matter what your name is! Like The Rock. It doesn't matter. Nerdy
Beardo doesn't even understand that joke is fucking
I get it.
painful.
I've seen the memes.
Oh my God, it hurts. It
I've seen
hurts.
Nerdy Neo for 13 months. Jay, you can't say you're going to be on a show tonight talking about this and not mention what the show is. For shame. What show will it be on?
Jay, tell him.
Channel.
Yeah, Drunk 3PO, 7 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost Jay. Oh, there he goes. Okay. You roboted out for a second.
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
Jay,
7 p.m.
where is
7
your
p.m.
show
Eastern
going to
on the
be?
Drunk 3PO channel.
There we go.
All
Drop
right,
the
thank
link.
you.
Drunk 3PO channel, 7 p.m. Eastern. Listen to top experts, not me. I'm just the host.
RX Firm, welcome to the internet. RX Firm for 3 months. Andor, Star Wars. What the hell is even that?
Yeah, you, me, and the movies who's in the chat, they're also part of the panel. So
There we go.
Hell yeah. Tweed Tone for 3 months. In my opinion, Ahsoka is decent. I'm long checked out of Disney garbage, but I'll give credit when it's decent / good. Also, Hera has a fat ass, and it has hot women in it. Jimmy Collins for $2. Jimmy Collins for $2 says, Beardo, say, it doesn't matter what your name is. Disco Cobra for 20.
he doesn't know where that's from, does he, Jeremy?
I do.
Go
I get
where?
it.
Where?
I get it. It's from The Rock says it.
Where's that thing?
Oh my God, Jay, we're losing Jay.
Yeah, Jay, you're cutting in and out a little often. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off.
Oh man.
Grandma, God dang it, reset your router.
Come on, Grandma, where are the maple cookies at? Disco Cobra for 20 more bucks. I watch most media based on some of y'all's takes and reviews. I'm glad I haven't wasted my life with shows that pander to the left-wing narrative. Mission Impossible 7 and Fast X are the main movies I've seen this year.
I like Mission Impossible. I didn't see Fast X. I'm so
Mission
far.
Impossible
I haven't
is
watched Fast and Furious since Paul Walker died, man. It's the last time I watched them.
Baby Chewbacca for 199. Happy birth year, Jay. We will never forget. Happy birth year, Jay.
Thank you.
Brian M for 199. Ahsoka is live action Clone Wars, you fucking retards.
What?
So Brian M earlier today says, I can't super chat what I'd really like to say, so fuck you.
Okay.
He followed up with another one from 199 says, Ahsoka is live action Clone Wars, you fucking retards.
I mean,
Thank you,
I mean, I guess it is. I mean, I don't know what that means.
Thank you,
obviously, it's
Brian M.
carryover. It's carryover from the animated stuff for sure. But I would argue, I don't get the same connection to Ahsoka in live action as I do in the animated version. I think it's I think it's a pretty big step down, generally speaking, from everything, just on a character level. Doesn't mean I don't like it, but it doesn't have the same vibe.
Chair Henry for $50 in a different currency. Thank you. The thing is, you shouldn't have to watch the other shows to understand the characters, plot points, and the world building, etc.
I mean, I just like it. If you say right now, Jeremy, you shouldn't be criticizing Ahsoka live action because you haven't seen it. That's a valid criticism. I mean, that is a valid criticism. I'm talking about a show I haven't fucking seen. My argument would be fuck Disney Star Wars. I don't give a shit.
I think for the argument, if Ahsoka was just called Rebel Season 5 live action, I think that would grant more merit than the current argument that you're trying to make.
The only way you would get a retarded title like that is if fucking Microsoft took over Disney Star Wars.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it'd be better off
Ahsoka,
at this point.
Rebel Season 5 Series X 1X.
Live action. Rebel Season 5 live action. I actually like that title better. Chris Frost for 4 months says G&G 199. Thank you. A feline named JJ for $2. Jeremy's being the queerdo now.
Beardo's like, please let that stick with him and not me. Please let that stick with him and not me.
Revenge of the Sixth for a $7. Star Wars nerd culture is games, books, comics, animation, live action for full context. Just saying, that's how you get the full picture in this IP.
I don't think that we've had this talk about like with the Disney's had this problem for a while with like the read the book, or you're going to get more of this in the book, or there's this thing, and I think that's ridiculous. I don't think that's acceptable at all.
Bashy Washy for $5. Well done, Jay. Screw Jeremy. I mean, hell, I might even sub to your channels now, Jay. Very well done.
7 o'clock tonight.
Here we go. Let's see. Brian M for another 199. Ha ha! You guys are making asses of yourselves. Laugh my ass off. Brian M for another 199. Watch the show, you morons.
Talking about
Thank you, Brian M. Baby Chewbacca for a 199. Jeremy, give me back my L. Brian M again for another 199.
You act like you saw boobies for the first time ever with that. Holy shit!
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Hey, and here's the thing. I don't care. Here's the thing. I don't care if it's the first. I don't care if it's the first time I've seen boobies or the 200th time I see boobies. I'm gonna react the same way every single fucking time. Brian M for a 199. Filoni, not Disney, is trying to save Star Wars, you dopes.
I don't agree with that.
Brian M for another 199. My God, are you guys being stupid?
Stupid.
Very. The channel's name is Very for a $10. Mutahar is also being a defender of their crap, but that makes sense for a Canadian.
Let's see here. Here we go. Hang on. Jeremy, do you have 1988 Shockwave for your collection? If that's V1, yes, I have V1. And that's my favorite version of Shockwave, G.I. Joe. I hope that they're going to come out with a classified line of V1 Shockwave. But that is my favorite. Shockwave V1 is one of my favorite G.I. Joe action figures.
Future Caveman member message for 2 months. I liked Clone Wars and Rebels. Watched multiple times. Ahsoka show is poorly made garbage. Also, space whales were always dumb.
Dumb and gay.
Okay.
Brian M for another 199. Jeremy has a good point. Jay is stupid.
That's
not what I said.
Isn't it the first time I've been called that on this show?
Jama Llama.
Well, it won't be the last.
No. Jama Llama for 3 months. Give me the corn and give it to me long. Clip that. I'm sure there's going to be a song made about it here in a few months. Tobias Nexus for $10. If you really want to see what the internet can do with insults, do what I did. Just admit you're a furry and watch the insults roll in. It's hilarious to read them. Hail the 199 and bring it on. Sir Hat for $2. Jay is right, and that's Sir Hat for $2. Jay is right, and that's not what valid means. Okay. Weird Man Productions for $2. I'm just here for the yelling.
That's what we do. We do that a lot. We do that a lot around here.
Yep. And then you know what we do? We play video games after.
That's right.
And yell
Take
some
it
more.
for 2. Yeah. Jay's brave to say Tigger in public. I mean, that's his name.
Man.
That's his name. Look at that. Shout out.
Old.
Omega Supreme W Cheese for a $5. Logan is a villain in the way a spoiled child is. His antics don't translate over a 15-year-old. Watch Connor versus Aldo or Chael versus Silva villain masterclass. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Connor and Chael were the best villains in fighting. Quentin for 2 months. Hey, Jay, why you tripping?
He wasn't. Pooh was.
I didn't mean to.
Over on Rumble, Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Thanks to Starfield Bethesda failing or falling apart, it continues to encourage me to play my PS2 and PS3 games that I haven't beat yet. These older games are so good.
Look at there. There may or may not be a third song already in the works from Jonathan Chesser. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
We're so far over on time today, but maybe tomorrow or whenever Ryan's back.
We got 5 more. We got 5 more.
Because when Ryan's back, I want to play the new song from Jonathan. So it's good stuff.
We'll talk about it. Talk about it for $2. Andor calls for aid. Blue Shell for 7 months. Oh, snap. Got a member milestone. Chat. The end of Tuesday night's main event yesterday was hilarious. Thank you, Blue Shell. Phi Raymer for $5. Love your content, guys. How do you think the Barbie movie outsold the Mario movie?
I mean, I think the Barbenheimer meme helped a lot.
Yes.
And I think that Barbie, and again, haven't seen Barbie. I'll have to go on what I've heard. I think Barbie was probably more normie friendly than Mario was, although Mario is just a massive brand in general. But I think Barbie was probably more normie friendly. But either way, I mean, they're number 1 and number 2 of the year. They're the only 2 films that have done $1 billion. Oppenheimer might creep up to $1 billion. It'll be close. But yeah, Barbie and Oppenheimer, the only 2, or Mario and Barbie, the only 2 movies to do $1 billion this year. Crazy. Jay, they have the there's a GIF now. So right there.
No.
Oh no. No!
No.
How do you find that GIF though? What do you have to type in?
Don't know. Let's see. You're tagged in it though. All right, go ahead.
All right. Brian M for another 199. Watch the fucking show, Jeremy. Stop being a putz.
I don't have any desire to watch this piece of shit show. I just don't. There are better people out there for it, like Drunk 3PO. You can go tune in at 7 p.m. tonight for his all-star panel show on the Ahsoka series and get the full perspective from people that haven't seen Rebels and Clone Wars as well. Because Jay brings all the people together to have the right type of discussion.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nikki says, Jeremy, watch it so you can fight with us. I'm busy fighting with Jay and I haven't seen it, so I can fight with people regardless if I've seen it or not.
That's not a fight.
Al Favre for a $10. Shouts from Tampa. Big respect that y'all can argue, disagree, and keep it moving on and not be butthurt. I respect y'all for that.
Oh, man. Man.
That's what it's all about. Israel for a $99.99 from a different country says Disney has groomed Star Wars fans to be impressed with mediocrity. It's sad.
Sad but true.
And then Israel with a 40 from that same from a different currency. Thank you. The Force is castrated. Yeesh. Sir Hat for $5. I should clarify, read the comic or your grandma are not valid criticisms for fans or anyone. Be an on-door and not an off-door.
What?
Celluloid Dream for a $199. Starfield is better than all of the Batman games. You're high on fucking crack.
Bro, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, goated.
Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. That is some of the best storytelling. As far as 1 through 3, as far as a trilogy, that is some of the best storytelling ever done in video games.
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight has aged very well. It has aged well. It might be worth a replay.
I may have to replay it.
Steel Leg of History for a $199. Be blessed, Jay. Used my leg to trip the Pooh Bear.
I actually agree with this right here. Star Wars Theory hates the sequel trilogy, The Kenobi Show, and Mando Season 3. He isn't a shill just because he likes Ahsoka. 100% he's not a shill. He's going to get called that because internet, but like Theory criticizes the hell out of Disney Star Wars a lot. I know he loves Ahsoka, and I'm happy for him. But I'm not even watching the shit, but Theory's not a shill. He's just not.
My butt's been wiped for $2. Jay is more clumsy than the big guy.
That's his name.
Yeah, his name is My Butt's Been Wiped. He donated $2.
Oh man. What the hell?
And we're all caught up.
Here we go. Look at that. Almost a 2-hour show because Beardo reads too fucking slow. But that's okay.
It's because we spent one of those hours just arguing over a $15 super chat.
It's because Beardo reads too slow. Anyway, Jay, who you got on the panel? What time you streaming? Let them know.
7 p.m. Eastern, Drunk 3PO channel. I have Nikki, X-Wings, Hangar Bar, and You, Me in the Movies. I'll be talking about this episode of Ahsoka.
Hell yeah.
Check it out. Also, if you haven't picked up your copy of Achromatic Chronicles Blue, you have about 15 days left to get it. So pick that up. It's on my Twitter. You can find it there. And then after you watch my Ahsoka, come on over to Geeks and Gamers and watch Battlefront.
Are you gonna be on?
It's possible.
Do you have your PlayStation with you?
I have my PlayStation 4. I'm gonna see if I can download Battlefront.
You need to start right now.
Yeah, you got to start now. I know. It's gonna take 2 hours to do it.
It's like it's good now, I think, but it has these pockets of.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what was happening last night. I was getting like frustrated. I don't like playing frustrated when I'm hanging out with friends. I like to have fun.
I know what you mean. It gets so aggravating when you have like a internet where you're traveling and the internet's like you don't know if you're roboting in and out. So I totally understand, man. So you guys go check out Jay's stream. Fear the Beardo.
Yeah, I'm going to do a gaming stream here in just a little bit, maybe in like 30 minutes. I'm going to go live on my YouTube and on my Kick. Leading up to Spider-Man 2, so I'm finishing up my Spider-Man remastered gameplay on the hardest difficulty over on my channel. We're almost at 1,000 followers over on Kick, just 7 away. So if you guys want to watch some video games with Fear the Beardo, I'll be going live here soon.
Alrighty, and don't forget you got High Tea Thursday tomorrow from these two gentlemen over on Drunk 3PO's channel as well. All right, guys. So Battlefront after Jay's. After you watch Jay's recap of Ahsoka on his channel, we'll have Battlefront rolling tonight, and then we got Cobra Cast. So you guys have a good night. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for all of the support. We greatly appreciate it. Amazing support as always. And man, don't know what we would do without you guys. So have a good night or a good day, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
Andor fell off a